Hey guys, today I'm going to do a reading from one of the chaplets that I wrote. It's available up on Amazon.com or at Kindle, if you prefer Kindle. The title of the chaplet is Permission to Scream, the Psychosocial Abuse of Betty Broderick. This is copyrighted work, copyright 2018. Hey guys, today I'm going to give you a reading from my chaplet titled Permission to Scream, the Psychosocial Abuse of Betty Broderick. Copyright 2018, all rights reserved, no reprints, copies, or transmission electronically without written permission from the author, who can be reached at missmensa@gmail.com. And you are welcome to join the discussion on the case of Betty Broderick in our Facebook group titled Betty Broderick, the Victim of Psychosocial Abuse. Permission to Scream, the Psychosocial Abuse of Betty Broderick is a book about the psychological and sociological torture Betty has suffered through not only from her abusive ex-husband, but also from her family and friends, the court system, and the media. This book is not meant to serve as any legal, medical, or psychological advice. It is an expression of the author's opinions on the Broderick case specific to the issues of domestic violence, ambient abuse, psychosocial abuse, the freeze response survival instinct, etc. If you are a victim of psychosocial abuse, please get the help you need to safely escape your abuser. You deserve to be safe. You deserve to be free. And you deserve to be happy. Early in the morning, on November 5th, 1989, Betty Broderick shot and killed her abusive ex-husband, Daniel Broderick III. She didn't intend to hurt him. She intended to kill herself right in front of him if he refused to listen to her final plea to just leave her the hell alone. He was a powerful, well-connected lawyer who tortured Betty long after their separation, with incessant court filings claiming she was mentally unstable. He wouldn't let up, and Betty couldn't take it anymore. If he refused to listen to her, then her only escape was to commit suicide. When Betty had taken just 2 steps into his bedroom, he saw her and lunged for the phone. His sudden movement scared Betty, and before she knew what was happening, quote, the gun just went off 5 times. Betty Broderick was a battered woman long before the syndrome became widely known. She was beaten down for nearly 20 years straight as her husband physically, sexually, emotionally, spiritually, financially, and psychologically abused her. Betty was stuck in the freeze response survival instinct. She didn't know how to protect and defend herself from his abuse. In 1989, back in the day, before the Violence Against Women and Children laws were passed in 1994, Betty Broderick didn't have any help. He robbed Betty of all she held dear: her children, her home, her reputation for being a good mother, her marriage, her fair share of the marital assets, and even her china and linens, too. In front of their children, he called Betty a monster and the beast, while feigning concern for his safety. He taunted Betty, then acted shocked when she reacted in anger. He told people she was crazy and would soon take her own life. He continued to push and prod Betty until finally she decided to give him what he wanted. She decided to commit suicide. But then, just seconds before she planned to pull the trigger, suddenly, the gun was pointed at her abuser instead of herself. Because sometimes battered women fight back.